So the point we reached in the previous video was just defining a little bit of code that is accessing a specific sensor value at a specific time step for each of the spaces, and also defining what the reasonable maximum minimum values would be. What we're going to do now is look at how we can use those values and those maximum minimum numbers to generate a kind of color representation for each of the spaces. And then also how we can create a little bit of code to automatically drive the time step to advance. So we're going to use a grasshopper component first of all called gradient. So I'm just double clicking gradient, and the gradient takes a minimum value, a maximum value, and then an array of values or a single value in between. And our component nicely produces each of those. If we right click on the gradient, we can change the preset. You can also edit these colors if you wish, drag in more colors to define your own custom range, but for now we're just going to use this one. And then we can apply those previews, those colors, using a custom preview where we assign the colors to the material and then the spaces, our surfaces, to each of the color for each of them. And we can now see this has been colored according to the sensor data we're picking out, and we can quickly change the time step. I've also switched my input file to day, so I've got slightly more time steps to look at. It takes a little bit longer to load initially, but once it's loaded, it's very quickly to access different parts of the time-based data. So rather than have to adjust this manually, we're going to create a little bit of code using Python again, which is automatically going to advance this time step. For this component we need 3 inputs. One of those is the start time, the next is going to be the end time. Both of those, the data type for both of those is a string. And then we're also going to create a third input, which is going to allow us to reset the time, and that is going to be the data type on that. It's going to be a boolean, so true or false, and that we can use. Grasshopper has a button component that allows us to click it, which will quickly toggle from false back to true and back to false again. And in order to define the start and end, we actually want to make an adjustment to our initial read of the JSON file, and that is going to produce, or is going to access the start and end of the data. What we should do, just to keep things nice and speedy, is just change this from the full day file to the morning file, just so we don't have to load quite as much data. And then in order to access the start and end times, we can go down to the end of our code, and the start time is from the space data. We can just take the first one, which is for the first space, the first record, and the attribute we want is dt. We want to know how many records there are there, so we can say n records equals length space data. So how many records are there? And then once we know how many records, we can find the end time from the space data. Again, we'll just use the first space, this time n records is the index minus 1, because we're dealing with an array that starts from 0, and again we want data. Let's just test that. Looks good. Got an end time 1 o'clock, start time 9:15. So now we can connect the end and the start, and we can start looking at the code that we need within here. Something that's quite difficult, and I'll delete the boilerplate again with Grasshopper, is preserving variables outside the context of a single script. What we do have access to is something called the script context, and that script context has a property which is called a sticky. So we can put script context dot sticky, which is a way of storing values. And first of all, we can check, does script context have the key time step? So if it exists or not. If it does exist, we can grab the value of that using, copy this, access that using its name. So that gives us the previous value. And then once we've got that, we're going to increment it by 1. So we just plus equals 1. If it doesn't exist, then we're going to create it just by giving it a name and setting its value equal to 0. Then we've got to consider, okay, let's put a comment in here. If button reset clicked, we can say if reset is true or false. We're also going to say script context sticky time step equals 0. And now we need a couple of outputs. The first one is the step count. And we're also going to create time so we can see exactly what time it is. So step count equals in fact, we don't really need this line here, so I'm going to delete this. And then what we want to check is, has our step count exceeded the time range? So the number of minutes we're dealing with is the step count multiplied by 15. So we know they're 15-minute intervals. And the current time, we have to use date time module, and we can use date time dot date time, and there is a function here which allows us to pass from the start in a specific format which looks like this, and this means how we're expecting that string to come in, that text to come in. So that gives us the start time, and then on top of that, on top of the start time, we need to add the number of minutes, and we do that using part of the datetime module called time delta to increment. So we can put time delta minutes equals mins that we calculated. And then similarly, on the next line, we can get the end time in the same way. So I just need to copy this, change start to end, and we just need to do a reset if time is after end or if current time. And we can compare the times. So if we say time is greater than end time, we're going to set the step count to 0. We're going to set our sticky back to 0, and last of all, we're going to set the current time back to time. We'll hit test. We've got a problem. On line 4, missing comma. Seems to have worked okay. We've got values for each of these, so we have. Now the last thing to do in order to run this is to add, in Grasshopper there is a timer, and we can connect the timer. Little messages appeared asking me to double click to allow the timer to run, and you can see here it's enabled. You can see the time advancing. And we should be able to connect the step count and see this scrolling through the values.